Have you ever walked into a room in your home and felt your shoulders tense up? Maybe you've avoided opening certain closets because you know what awaits inside. Years of memories, piled high, threatening to tumble down. You're not alone. I visited my dear friend Martha last month. At 78, she lived in the same house for over 40 years. Every corner held memories, but also held her hostage. I can't find anything anymore, she confessed, tears welling in her eyes. Sometimes I feel like these things I've collected are now collecting me. What Martha discovered changed her life. After decluttering just 20 specific items from her home, she told me she could finally breathe again. Her arthritis seemed less painful. She slept better. Her children visited more often. Did you know that clutter actually raises the stress hormone cortisol in your body? That's right. The piles of stuff in your home might be silently affecting your health, your relationships, and your happiness. Today I'm sharing the exact 20 items Martha removed from her home. The same items that seniors across the country have identified as the biggest sources of unnecessary clutter. And stay with me until the end, because the last item on our list is one that almost everyone overlooks. But removing it has helped countless seniors reclaim not just their space, but their peace of mind. Are you ready to transform your home and possibly your life? Let's begin. Number 1, old magazines and newspapers. The problem, those stacks of magazines and newspapers from months or even years ago aren't just collecting dust. They're collecting valuable space and creating fire hazards. Frank, my 76-year-old neighbor, had subscriptions to 3 different newspapers and 5 magazines. I'm going to read them someday, he always said. But that someday never came. Instead, the piles grew taller, narrowing pathways through his living room and creating constant anxiety for his daughter, who worried about him tripping. Here's why we hold on to these. Our brains are wired to value information. Back in our day, information wasn't available at our fingertips. We saved articles because they were valuable and not easily replaced. But today's world is different. The solution is simple but effective. Keep only this month's issues. For anything older, tear out only the specific articles you truly need and place them in a single folder. Then, recycle the rest. For the articles you save, give yourself a timeline. If you haven't read them within 3 months, it's time to let them go. Have you noticed old magazines making your coffee table disappear? Type magazine in the comments if this is something you're ready to tackle today. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Number 2, excess throw pillows and blankets. The problem, those decorative pillows and extra blankets might make your couch look cozy, but they often end up on the floor, creating tripping hazards and collecting allergens. Eleanor, a sweet 68-year-old widow, had 14 pillows on her sofa and chairs. I just love how they look, she told me. But when I visited her after a fall, she reluctantly admitted the truth. She had tripped over a pillow that had fallen on the floor in the dark. Researchers at the National Council on Aging have identified that overfurnished living spaces are among the top causes of falls for seniors. Each item on your floor increases your risk by nearly 30. Here's what worked for Eleanor. Keep only 2 pillows per sofa and 1 per chair. Enough for comfort without excess. Choose pillows with washable covers so you can keep them clean and allergen-free. For blankets, limit yourself to 1 per household member, plus maybe 1 decorative throw. Store extras in vacuum-sealed bags in a closet for when guests visit. Does your couch disappear under pillows? If you're planning to simplify your sofa situation this week, type comfy in the comments. Number 3, unused remote controls. The problem, the average American home has 6 remote controls, and for seniors, this creates unnecessary confusion and frustration when trying to simply watch television. Betty, a spry 82-year-old, had a basket full of remotes beside her favorite chair. I'm never sure which one turns on what, she confessed. Sometimes I press buttons for an hour before I can watch my shows. Her frustration was affecting her enjoyment of her favorite pastime. Cognitive researchers explain that as we age, our working memory, the mental space where we process immediate tasks, becomes more limited. Multiple similar devices, with different functions, create what neurologists call decision fatigue, making even simple activities exhausting. The solution that changed Betty's life was wonderfully simple. First, identify which remotes you actually need and use. Dispose of old remotes for devices you no longer own. For the remaining necessary remotes, consider investing in a universal remote that controls multiple devices. Label it clearly with large print instructions, or even color code buttons for the most common functions. Are remote controls taking over your side table? If you've ever spent more than 5 minutes just trying to turn on your TV, type channel surfing in the comments below. Number 4. Outdated technology. The problem? Those old VCRs, cassette players, and first-generation cell phones aren't family heirlooms. They're just taking up precious space and gathering dust. George, a 70-year-old retired engineer, had an entire shelf dedicated to outdated technology. "You never know when these might come in handy," he insisted. But when his granddaughter asked to watch a movie and he couldn't connect his DVD player to his new smart TV, he realized these items were no longer serving him. There's a scientific reason we struggle to part with old technology. Psychologists call it the endowment effect. Once we own something, we value it far more than its actual worth. Plus, many of us remember when these items were expensive investments. Here's the approach that worked for George. First, if the device hasn't been used in a year, it's time to let it go. For items with media you still value, like VHS tapes of family videos, many local services can convert these to digital formats. For the devices themselves, many communities have electronics recycling programs. Some charities even accept working electronics as donations for those in need. Is your entertainment center hiding technology from another decade? If you're ready to say goodbye to gadgets past, type upgrade in the comments. Number 5. Excessive bed pillow. The problem? Those decorative shams, extra pillows, and old bed pillows aren't just cluttering your bedroom, they're potentially harboring dust mites and allergens that affect your sleep quality. Madrid, an elegant 75-year-old, had 9 pillows on her bed. "It takes me 10 minutes every night to remove them all, before I can actually sleep," she admitted, "and another 10 minutes to arrange them in the morning." This daily ritual was becoming a literal pain in her arthritic shoulders. Sleep specialists recommend that we replace our sleeping pillows every 1 to 2 years. Over time, pillows collect dead skin cells, dust mites, and other allergens. For seniors with respiratory issues or allergies, old pillows can worsen symptoms and disrupt crucial restorative sleep. Mildred's solution was refreshingly simple. She kept just 2 sleeping pillows and 2 shams for decoration. She donated the good quality extras to a local shelter. For her sleeping pillows, she now uses pillow protectors under the cases and washes them regularly. She also replaced her pillows with ones specifically designed for side sleepers to improve her neck comfort. Do you spend more time arranging pillows than actually sleeping on them? If you're ready for a pillow purge, type sweet dreams in the comments. Number 6. Clothes that no longer fit or suit your lifestyle. The problem? Those clothes from another decade, another size, or another lifestyle aren't someday clothes. They're daily reminders of the past that clutter your present. Harold, the distinguished 77-year-old former business executive, had a closet full of suits he hadn't worn since retirement. 12 years ago. "I might need them again," he insisted, though deep down he knew his days of board meetings were behind him. Fashion psychologists explain that we often hold on to clothes as a way of holding on to our past identities or future hopes. But these items take up valuable space and can actually create subtle daily stress as we navigate around them. Harold's transformation came when he tried this approach. First, be honest about your current lifestyle and needs. Keep only what fits your body and life today. For special items with sentimental value, consider taking photos or saving just one representative piece. Harold kept his favorite suit and donated the rest to a program that provides professional attire to job seekers. Now his closet contains only clothes that serve his current retirement lifestyle. Is your closet a time capsule of fashion trends past? If you're ready to free yourself from clothes that no longer serve you, type fashionably free in the comments. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Number 7. Unread Books. The problem? That growing collection of unread books isn't a library, It's a source of subtle guilt and a magnet for dust and allergens. Irene, a former librarian of 83 years, had bookshelves overflowing with titles she planned to read someday. Books were my life, she explained. Giving them away feels like giving away opportunities. But the truth was, many of these books had remained unopened for decades. Psychologists call this tendency sundoku, the practice of acquiring books, but letting them pile up without reading them. While books are certainly valuable, having too many creates both physical and mental clutter, especially for seniors who may be downsizing. Irene found peace with this approach. She kept only books she truly loved and would read again, plus a small to-read shelf with a strict limit of 5 books. For the rest, she found joy in donating them to her local library, knowing others would enjoy them. For new reading material, she embraced her e-reader, which allowed her to adjust font size for her vision while keeping her physical space clutter-free. Are your bookshelves crying for mercy? If you're ready to curate your collection, type bookworm in the comments. Number 8. Old prescription medications. The problem: those expired medications in your nightstand aren't just in case items, they're potentially dangerous and take up space better used for current medications. Walter, a meticulous 72-year-old, had kept every prescription he'd ever been given. You never know when you might need them again, he reasoned. But when he accidentally took an expired pain medication that had lost its effectiveness, he realized his system needed an overhaul. Medical experts warn that many medications not only lose potency over time, but can actually become harmful after expiration. For seniors often managing multiple prescriptions, this creates unnecessary risk and confusion. Walter's medication transformation involved these simple steps. First, he checked all expiration dates and set aside anything outdated. He asked his pharmacist about proper disposal methods. Many offer take-back programs. For current medications, he organized them in a clear system: morning medications in one clearly labeled container, evening in another. He also created a simple medication tracking sheet that he keeps with his pills. Is your medicine cabinet a pharmaceutical time capsule? If you're planning to safely clear out expired medications this week, type healthy habits in the comments. Number 9. Mismatched food storage containers. The problem: that drawer or cabinet overflowing with plastic containers and lids that don't match isn't saving you money, it's costing you time and frustration. Doris, a practical 79-year-old, had an entire cabinet dedicated to plastic containers. I can never find the right lid when I need it, she sighed as she showed me her collection. What should have been a simple task, putting away leftovers, had become a daily puzzle. Organizational experts point out that we waste an average of 55 minutes per week looking for misplaced items in our homes. For seniors with mobility or vision challenges, this search is even more taxing and potentially dangerous as they reach into crowded spaces. Doris reclaimed her cabinet with this approach. She emptied the entire collection onto her table and matched containers with lids. Any orphaned pieces were recycled immediately. She kept only 2 sizes of containers in reasonable quantities, enough for a week of leftovers. She chose square containers that stack efficiently and invested in a simple organizing bin to keep them tidy. Is your container drawer a plastic jungle? If you're ready to tame it this week, type matching lids in the comments. Number 10. Duplicate kitchen gadgets. The problem: those 3 can openers, 2 vegetable peelers, and multiple measuring cups aren't backup equipment, they're space stealers that make it harder to find what you actually need. James, a 74-year-old widower who loved cooking, had somehow accumulated 3 blenders over the years. I keep thinking they're broken, then find they work just fine, he explained. His crowded countertops left little room for actual food preparation. Physical therapists who work with seniors note that crowded workspaces create unnecessary reaching, bending, and searching, movements that can exacerbate joint pain and increase risk of kitchen accidents. James simplified his kitchen using this method. He gathered all similar items together to see his true inventory. He kept only the best functioning version of each tool and donated the duplicates to a community center, teaching cooking classes. For items he rarely used, he asked himself a simple question: have I used this in the past year? If not, it found a new home elsewhere. Are your kitchen drawers so full you can barely open them? If you're ready to streamline your cooking tools, type Chef's Choice in the comments. Number 11. Expired pantry items. The problem: Those ancient spices, stale crackers, and mystery canned goods aren't an emergency food supply. They're taking up valuable space and potentially posing health risks. Edith, a warm 81-year-old grandmother, had always kept a well-stocked pantry. "I grew up during harder times when you never wasted food," she explained. But when her grandson pointed out that some cans dated back to the previous decade, she realized her good intentions had gone too far. Food safety experts warn that even non-perishable foods eventually deteriorate. Spices lose flavor, canned goods can develop harmful bacteria, and dry goods like rice and pasta can attract pests. For seniors with weakened immune systems, consuming expired foods poses greater risks. Edith transformed her pantry with this system. She checked every expiration date and immediately discarded anything past its prime. For items nearing expiration, she created a use-first bin at eye level. She began noting purchase dates on new items with a marker. Most importantly, she adjusted her shopping habits to buy smaller quantities, more suitable for her current household size. Is your pantry hiding food from another era? If you're planning a pantry clean-out soon, type "fresh start" in the comments. Number 12. Excessive dishware. The problem: those multiple sets of dishes, glasses for every occasion, and mugs from every vacation, aren't heirlooms. They're heavy items that make kitchen organization impossible. Virginia, a gracious 84-year-old, had enough dishes to serve 24 people, though she rarely entertained more than 4 guests these days. "I keep thinking the grandchildren might want these someday," she told me, but when I gently asked if she'd checked with them, she admitted they preferred more modern styles. Occupational therapists who work with seniors point out that heavy stacks of dishes present genuine safety concerns. Reaching for items on high shelves increases fall risk, and lifting heavy stacks can strain aging muscles and joints. Virginia found freedom with this approach. She kept just 8 place settings of her favorite everyday dishes and a few special pieces she truly loved. For the rest, she invited family members to choose items with meaning to them, then donated the remainder to an organization helping families establish new homes. She arranged her remaining dishes at easy-reaching height and immediately noticed how much lighter her cabinet doors felt. Do your cabinets groan under the weight of rarely used dishware? If you're ready to lighten your load, type "just enough" in the comments. Number 13. Expired cosmetics and skincare. The problem: those drawers full of old makeup, half-used creams, and ancient perfumes aren't your personal beauty counter. They're breeding grounds for bacteria that can harm your skin and health. Judith, a stylish 69-year-old, had a bathroom cabinet bursting with beauty products. "I've always loved trying new things," she explained. But when a decade-old eye cream caused an allergic reaction, she realized her collection had become dangerous. Dermatologists warn that cosmetics and skincare products have limited shelf lives. Mascara should be replaced every 3 months, while creams and lotions typically last 1 to 2 years before degrading. For seniors with more sensitive skin and immune systems, using expired products carries higher risks of irritation and infection. Judith's bathroom transformation started with these steps. She checked every product for a period after opening. PAO symbol, the small icon showing how many months a product remains safe after opening. Anything expired went immediately into the trash. For items without clear dates, she used common sense tests. Unusual smells, separation, or color changes meant it was time to go. She committed to a simpler routine with fewer, higher quality products that she would actually use up. Is your bathroom a product graveyard? If you're ready to purge your beauty collection, type "fresh face" in the comments. Number 14. Old towels and washcloths. The problem: those threadbare towels with frayed edges and faded colors aren't still good. They're taking up valuable storage space and may no longer be effectively drying you. Robert, a practical 77-year-old, had a linen closet stuffed with towels, some dating back to his wedding in 1968. "They're still functional," he insisted. But when his daughter pointed out the musty smell and rough texture, he had to admit they were past their prime. Textile experts explain that cotton towels typically last about 5 years with regular use before losing absorbency. Older towels can harbor bacteria and mildew even after washing, potentially causing skin irritations and unpleasant odors. Robert refreshed his bathroom with a simple approach. He kept just 2 bath towels per household member, plus 2 hand towels and 4 washcloths. He repurposed the best of his old towels as cleaning rags and donated the rest to an animal shelter always in need of bedding materials. With his newly spacious linen closet, he could organize his remaining towels with room to breathe, preventing that musty smell from returning. Is your linen closet a textile museum? If you're ready to refresh your towel collection, type fluffy in the comments. Number 15, unused or expired medications. The problem: that medicine cabinet filled with half-used prescriptions, expired over-the-counter medicines, and mystery ointments isn't your personal pharmacy. It's a potential health hazard and source of confusion. Claire, a careful 73-year-old, had medications scattered throughout her bathroom, bedside table, and kitchen. "I like to keep things handy," she explained. But when she accidentally took her morning pill twice, because she couldn't remember if she'd taken it, she realized her system needed changing. The FDA emphasizes that proper medication management is crucial for seniors who take an average of 4 prescription medications daily. Expired or improperly stored medications can lose effectiveness, and disorganized systems increase the risk of dangerous dosing errors. Claire's medication transformation started with, first, gathering all medications in one place and checking expiration dates. She disposed of expired medications properly through her pharmacy's take-back program. For current prescriptions, she invested in a clearly labeled pill organizer with morning and evening sections. She kept only essential over-the-counter medications and stored all medical supplies in a single, easily accessible location. Is your bathroom cabinet a pharmaceutical treasure hunt? If you're planning to organize your medications this week, type "staying healthy" in the comments. Number 16, empty or nearly empty bottles. The problem: those nearly empty shampoo bottles, dried out soap slivers, and moisturizer containers with just a tiny bit left aren't saving you money. They're creating needless clutter and frustration. Helen, a thrifty 78-year-old, had a shower filled with bottles containing just a fraction of their original contents. "I hate waste," she told me, but trying to squeeze out those last drops had become a daily struggle with her arthritic hands, sometimes causing her to lose her balance in the shower. Occupational therapists point out that managing numerous small containers becomes increasingly challenging as dexterity decreases with age. What's more, partially empty bottles are more likely to tip over, creating potential fall hazards in the shower or bathtub, places already associated with high accident rates for seniors. Helen simplified her bathroom with this approach. She combined like products where possible, or simply discarded containers, less than 10% full. She replaced numerous individual items with fewer, multi-purpose products. For her most used items, she invested in pumps with easy-to-grip handles instead of squeeze bottles or screw tops. Finally, she installed a shower caddy at comfortable reaching height to keep everything organized. Is your shower a bottle museum? If you're ready to streamline your bathroom products, type "simplify" in the comments. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 16 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Number 17, old bills and statements. The problem: those file cabinets and drawers stuffed with decades of paid bills and statements aren't a financial archive. They're paper clutter that makes finding important current documents nearly impossible. Arthur, a meticulous 80-year-old, had kept every utility bill since 1975. "You never know when you might need proof of payment," he insisted. But when he couldn't find his current insurance policy among the stacks, he realized his system was working against him. Financial advisors recommend keeping tax returns for 7 years, but most other documents can be disposed of much sooner. Credit card statements can typically be shredded after 60 days, and utility bills after payment is confirmed. For seniors managing important medical and insurance paperwork, excessive document storage can create genuine confusion and stress. Arthur reclaimed his office with this system. First, he separated truly important documents, wills, deeds, insurance policies, into a clearly labeled fire-safe box. For tax returns and supporting documents, he created a rolling 7-year system, shredding the oldest year when adding the newest. For everything else, he checked if online statements were available, then systematically shredded old papers. His reward was a filing system that actually helped rather than hindered him. Are your drawers a paper time capsule? If you're ready to tackle those old statements, type paper free in the comments. Number 18. Unused office supplies. The problem: those dried out pens, nearly empty tape dispensers, and miscellaneous paper clips aren't useful supplies. They're creating drawer clutter that makes finding functional items frustrating. Margaret, a former teacher aged 75, had drawers overflowing with office supplies collected over decades. "I always think I'll need that special stapler someday," she confessed. But searching through tangled masses of supplies had become a daily challenge. Organizational psychologists note that we waste significant time searching for items in cluttered spaces, up to 2.5 days per year, according to some studies. For seniors with vision or dexterity challenges, this frustration is magnified and can lead to avoiding necessary tasks altogether. Margaret transformed her home office with these steps. First, she tested every pen and marker, immediately discarding any that didn't work. She consolidated partial pads of paper and donated excess supplies to a local school. She kept only what she genuinely used weekly, organized in clear containers. Most importantly, she established a one-in, one-out rule. Any new office supply meant an old one had to go. Is your desk drawer an office supply graveyard? If you're planning to sort through those supplies soon, type organized in the comments. Number 19. Old electronics and cords. The problem: that drawer or box full of mystery cords, old phones, and outdated devices isn't emergency backup. It's confusing clutter that serves no purpose. Richard, a former engineer of 76 years, had 3 boxes of old electronics and tangled cords. "That cord might work with something," he explained when asked about each unidentifiable cable. But when his grandson pointed out that many were for devices that no longer existed, he saw them in a new light. Technology researchers point out that electronic devices and cords become obsolete quickly. Many older cords are incompatible with current devices, and outdated electronics often contain hazardous materials best properly recycled rather than stored indefinitely. Richard reclaimed his space with this approach. He identified which devices he actually used regularly and kept only the cords that matched them, labeling them clearly with masking tape. For questionable items, he applied a simple test. If he couldn't name what the cord belonged to or hadn't used the device in 2 years, it went to electronics recycling. His reward was not just reclaimed space, but the satisfaction of knowing these materials would be properly processed. Is your home hiding a cord collection that would make an electrician blush? If you're ready to detangle your life, type cord free in the comments. Number 20. Memorabilia without joy. The problem: those boxes of old greeting cards, children's school papers, and miscellaneous keepsakes aren't preserving memories if they're stuffed in closets untouched for decades. They're creating physical and emotional burden. This final item is the one most seniors overlook, but addressing it can be the most liberating. Dorothy, a sentimental 85-year-old, had 16 boxes labeled memories in her spare bedroom. "I can't possibly get rid of these," she told me with tears in her eyes. But she also admitted she hadn't opened most boxes in years and couldn't even remember what they contained. Psychologists who study nostalgia explain that while keepsakes can provide comfort, excessive collections can become a burden that prevents us from living fully in the present. When memorabilia becomes overwhelming, it often creates guilt rather than joy. Dorothy's transformation came through this gentle approach. She committed to reviewing 1 box per week, keeping only items that instantly brought happiness or had genuine historical family value. For bulk items like greeting cards, she kept a representative sample and took photos of others. Most importantly, she created memory books where previously hidden treasures could be displayed and shared with family, turning dusty boxes into living legacies. Are your closets filled with memory boxes you rarely open? If you're ready to transform burden into blessing, type freedom in the comments. As we come to the end of our decluttering journey together, I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment if you're in a safe place to do so. Picture yourself walking through your home with lighter steps. Cabinets open easily. Drawers slide out without jamming. Everything you need is exactly where you expect it to be. That feeling of lightness, of freedom, that's what Martha, Frank, Eleanor, and all our friends discovered when they let go of these 20 items. It wasn't just their homes that felt different. They felt different too. More energetic, more at peace, more present in their daily lives. Remember, Decluttering isn't about getting rid of your past. It's about making space for your future. Every item you release creates room for new experiences, new joys, and more time to spend with those you love instead of managing your possessions. I'd love to hear your experiences. Which of these items will you start with? What's been the hardest thing for you to let go of? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to take their first step. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up so others can find it too. And consider subscribing to our channel for more practical advice on creating a home that supports your best life in these golden years. Until next time, remember, your memories live in your heart, not in your closets. Here's to homes that serve us, not the other way around.